Hello guys, today we will discuss anterior approach to shoulder joint. So in this approach, we will keep the patient in supine position. We will put a sandbag between the spine and medial border of the scapula so as to push the shoulder forwards, and we will let the arm fall backwards so as to open up the anterior aspect of the shoulder joint. And we will elevate the head end by 30 to 40 degrees so as to increase the venous return, and there will be less bleeding in the surgical procedure. And we will keep the arm free because we will need to move it during the surgery. And if we want to keep the C-arm, then we will keep the C-arm on this side on the head end. And then we will look for the surgical landmarks. First is a coracoid process. We will palpate the anterior edge of the clavicle. We will come distally in the clavicular concavity, and the bony ridge that we will palpate will be the coracoid process. And then next is a deltopectoral groove, which is easier to see than to feel. And then we will start our skin incision. We will take a 10 to 15 centimeter long straight incision starting from the coracoid process, and we will follow the deltopectoral groove. This will be our incision. And after the skin incision, we will cut the subcut in line with the skin incision. And after the subcut, we have this picture. And we can see this is a platysma muscle. This is a cervical fascia. This is a deltoid fascia covering the deltoid muscle. This is a pectoral fascia covering the pectoralis major muscle. And between the two muscles, deltoid and the pectoralis major, lies the cephalic vein. So we need to identify and protect this vein during this approach. So we can see that this is a cephalic vein. We need to identify this and protect this, and it is covered by some fatty tissue. This is a guard for this vein. We can identify by this landmark that there will be some fatty tissue surrounding the vein. So after we have separated the vein, then we will need to retract the deltoid muscle on the lateral side and pectoralis major muscle on the medial side, and we can retract the vein on either side depending upon the exposure and comfortability. And after we have retracted the deltoid and the pectoralis major, we have this picture. This is the short head of the biceps. This is the long head of the biceps entering the joint, and this is a biceps belly. Now if we want to understand the anatomy and what are the structures lying behind the short head of the biceps, then this is a clavipectoral fascia, this fascia, and this is a coracobrachialis muscle, and this nerve which is entering into the coracobrachialis muscle is a musculocutaneous nerve. So now back to the approach, we need to retract both these muscle tendons, short head of the biceps and the coracobrachialis, both has a make the conjoint tendon at the attachment to the coracoid process. So both these muscles need to be retracted on the medial side. So after we retract the tendons of both these muscles on the medial side, so we have this exposure of the proximal aspect of the humerus. So we may need only this much of the exposure to fix the fractures of the proximal humerus. Now if we have want to go into the joint, want to approach the shoulder joint, then we need to identify the subscapularis muscle. So this is a coracobrachialis. Beneath the coracobrachialis muscle lies the subscapularis muscle. So this is a coracobrachialis, and we can see this is the inferior and the superior margins of the muscle attaching to the lesser tuberosity. This is a subscapularis muscle. We need to identify the plane between the subscapularis and this shoulder joint capsule, and need to put or insert a artery between the two. Sometimes we may not be able to identify the gap or plane between the two. In those scenarios, we can just put the artery behind the capsule. So this way we will put the artery, and then we need to tag the muscle so as to allow the easy reattachment later on. And then we will cut the muscle and the capsule 2 to 3 centimeters from its insertion over the lesser tuberosity, and this way we will expose the shoulder joint. So this was our exposure to the anterior shoulder or deltopectoral groove, deltopectoral approach. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. This was our approach today.